Please take a seat. I'd like to thank each one of you for coming here and attending this seminar. Before I start, I would like all of you to give a big round of applause for all our speakers today. Just want to give you a perspective as to what we're going to do today. So we've got a main speaker from St. Paul's School and College. And one of the areas which they will be focusing here is to talk about your educational career so far, how you can further improve and use that to make your career in any industry. Secondly, we would have one of the most prominent educationists, Mr. Professor Ramesh Reddy, who was the former Dean and Chairman of the Civil Engineering Department of Osmania University, currently working as a principal of Mehboob Nagar Engineering College. And to talk about more, I would leave it to Sir, who will introduce himself about his all expertise, what he has done so far through his span of career. Immediate on my second left, I have Ramesh Ramagandi, who's running a Chanakya Consulting. And he started his consulting company with the name Chanakya. He's heading that company. That company primarily deals with behavioral trainings, corporate training. So he brings a lot of value to his profile, and that is what he's going to share with us today. On my right, I have BSV Ratna Rao sir, who will be talking more about recruitment, how you can map yourself to the industry. So all these aspects will be essentially touched on during this seminar. I would want each one of you to pay special attention and make sure that you grasp the max out of it, because these kind of opportunities we hardly get. And I think it's a great effort from St. Paul team, especially Mazhar Sahab, Sunil Sahab, who actually helped us in getting these eminent personalities here, and they will be sharing their thoughts. So I wanted to give a big round of applause for Ramesh Reddy sir, who will start off our session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, my dear friends here on the dais, and all the dais, young students and ladies and boys, and my friends, fellow friends. And special thank to CRC organization for having initiated this sort of lecture series for the benefit of the young people. I'm sure all of you might be in a crossroads. Quite a lot of engineering colleges have cropped up in the state, in the nation, with the feeling that the availability of technically qualified people will be very low for the world. It is for the world that India has taken the initiative of opening up a number of engineering colleges. In the process, we have neglected or negated other educational like arts, social sciences, commerce, and other various other faculties we are neglected. But then the order of the day is today technology-driven society. So people feel the technology's necessity is very much. And West Asia or any other countries, we send so many people from this country for employment. Now if we just have, what is the relevance of education with employment? Except technical, how is it possible for employment? The education per se has given us knowledge. It has refined our mental acumen. It has given a sort of a discipline in our life. That means our faculties, like our mind, our body, our soul, we have organized them into work in certain particular human part, that is social order. That is for that we have created this educational system. If you look at the ancient times, what was in India, when we go back to about 5,000 years BC, what was the education system? It was something like Vedas, isn't it? Something Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. What were they about? They were hymns in praise of celestial gods. They were hymns in praise of terrestrial gods. They were hymns in praise of certain other ununderstandable, not visible to us. For those things, we created the hymns, like lightning, thunder, and floods. then you have the rains, heavy rains, earthquakes. But every the activity that is going on the earth, when it is destabilizing, we were scared, out of scare, we started praying them. And in those times, if that was the education, how is it that it has given employment? Just think. That was the education, Vedas. Vedas in fact have not given any skills. But then how is it human survived in this earth? Lot of other occupations were there. Agriculture was one, pottery was one, smithy was one, goldsmith, tinsmith, ironsmith was different. Ayurveda was one, medicinal aspects. We studied in those times, practice it, people practice it. And then in addition to that, astronomy was one of the most important observation. It's mostly about curiosity, understanding, observation. People probed because nothing was known to us. People tried to prove everything. Any new happening, like a child, even now, a child birth, for him everything, it is a revelation. Water, drinking water, what is this water? What is this fire? So everything is a revelation. So that is how people in the past, there was no relevance between education and employment. Purely education was for example, but it was just for 2 to 3% of the population got exposed to that education, while 93-97% of the population had their own professions. That was how the system was working. The needs were less, and there was abundance of forest wealth, abundance of goods were there. Everything was available. Population was very less. From that situation, slowly, that was a very period. But the stagnation was there. Nothing was moving. What is this life? Then they said, there has to be a better, more information, more knowledge. That is how again Buddhism came. The Buddhist period has given a new message. You have to understand nearly 456 princes, they vanished from their kingdoms. They ran away, leaving their empires, their families, everything. Why? No ruler, no king will just live like that. There was some social conflict. There was some social disturbances were growing in the society. Whenever there is a disorder, whenever there are disturbances, whenever there is an unstable situation, then the new messages will come forward. So the old order has to pave way for the new order. The old order, education was restricted to few. The employment was going on, but for whose sake? It is a meaningless existence. From that situation, when the Buddhism came, then they introduced abundance of architecture, sculpture, medicine thrived to a very great extent, and then philosophies, different thought process. Then the concept of animal kingdom, it was diminishing because of Vedic period, slaughtering of animals was very common every day. When the animals were with the people, and the rishis who were performing the pujas required the animals, and the king was the supplier, taking away from the people and giving it to the sages. Under those things, animal kingdom is dwindling, agricultural operations are suffering, food is becoming scarce, and people are in a restless situation. And the kings were being complained about this, and the kings could not answer the pressures of rishis or the sages. Under those terms, they have nothing else but to run away, leave the governance, and then they ran. Then there is a clear gap between the demands of the rishis and the people, because there is no link between the people and the rishis. So the education system, and that it has to undergo a lot of changes. The thought process has to undergo it. Then came the concept of this ahimsa, that is no slaughtering of animals, pure vegetarianism. Because agriculture has to improve, animal kingdom has to improve, something, the order has to come. So Buddhism has created. In the process, they kept people active. Other than the religious practices, they kept these people active by means of mental science, which has thrived to such an extent. Sculpture, architecture, varieties of ways, things have improved to such an extent. But when Buddhism, the word Buddhu is a derivation from Buddha. Buddha concept has gone to such an extent, so people have become Buddhists. The action is less. Fervor is lost. Ferociousness is not there. Too passive. People have become very passive. Then even that, and in the West, it is like a burning corner. The new messages are going on. There is a lot of turmoil in the West. Under those circumstances, the message of Allah has come. Muhammad has thrown a new message. Because always see, when Vedic period was stagnant, when Buddhism has become stagnant, then Islam has come. So always there is fervor whenever new messages come. Then it has given a new direction. The gap between the rich and the poor has vanished. People, the common socialism is inbuilt in Islam. That is how people were made to believe that we are one. We are all one. Then in India it has become a different Then Islamic rulers, when they were there in India, they have given a different message, different education and different concepts. So new concepts are taken. Then warfare was important. Even the measurement of revenue collection was also important. It was started. The lands were measured, areas were measured, extent of occupancy by different people was known. Then the activities have come from order has come during that time. Then came the again mercantile revolution. Mercantile revolution has thrown a new message again. People instead of coming the Constantinople and other areas when the Mongolian onslaught was there, youths were creating problems on the land routes. Then they had to seek alternate routes by means of sea. The sea routes have given again a new message, new understanding, new way of lifestyle. Again at that time, the trade which was going on between various countries was put an halt on the road, especially Silk Route. The Silk Route was the most important route where trade used to be. The trade was one of the dominant profession of people. People enjoyed their life moving from one country to another country, exchanging, barter system was there, exchanging one material with another, coming, bringing together, closer the whole world with this message. And that was the time when again, varieties of professions have thrived, but education was not so important. Education was only a knowledge, but the employment was again the choice of the people. Varieties of situations were there. Then came the British. The British, what they did is, the distributed way of living in this country is disturbed. They brought centralization. They introduced the English language. The native languages, either taught in Persian or Arabic or Sanskrit or other languages, native languages were pushed back behind. The English was given the most importance. Then people who shifted to English, they survived. Because the jobs were given by the English. The jobs were given to those who had English experience, English knowledge. And those who can serve their interests, they were given importance. Then they have introduced the concept of registrations. Although fatwas were there right from the beginning, farmans were issued in the beginning, but then these people have introduced the court registration, and this new concept again have brought some segment of the people who are otherwise not engaged in the profession. They have taken the front place in the British time. So English was the order. People were educated in Britain, people were educated in US, they have come and occupied a central stage. So the professions, again, the English for the first time have given the equation of education with employment. Education has a relevance to employment. If you have done bar at law, you can practice law. If you have done medicine, you can practice medicine. If you are an engineering, you can practice engineering. If you are a civil servant, you can be a civil service officer. Like that, if you are a police IPS path, then you can do police. Like that, for the first time in India, this concept of centralized recruitment and centralized administration and centralized education with employment link was there. Now, with that what happens? If today we have so many colleges, the same concept of English education is going on. We have linked our qualifications with the employment. The recruitments, public service commissions or any other commission, employment, they always link job with the educational qualification. Now under these circumstances, again, it is very difficult to satisfy the needs of the educated people in this country. Our strength is our population. right? When the population is our strength, how are you going to feed? Education you may feed, but employment, centralized employment is impossible. To the needs of the people, you can never satisfy. So what is the new order now? We have to follow new message has to come to satisfy the needs of educational needs and employment. Education of what sort? Just casual reading of the past or the needs of the society in due course or in the present. Then this gap we have to fill. So right now restlessness is there. Educated people are coming, but employability is not there. Employability is not there, one, because they are not properly educated. The demands of the new society are not being met in that education system. Therefore, there has to be a change, an orientational change, an outlook has to change between the educated, education, and the employability. This change we have to make. One thing we have to understand, by the centralized concepts, by centralization, you cannot control the whole nation. By centralized concept, you cannot give employment to all the educated people in the country. It is only possible by decentralization. It is only possible by decentralization. Decentralization to what level? To the level of mandals, to the level of district headquarters, to the level of the cities. Cities are overcrowded. Cities are overburdened by means of lack of water, by means of lack of facilities, by lack of roads, by lack of proper housing, lack of gardens, varieties of human needs. They are not in a position. They are stressed, overstressed. Once it is overstressed, it cannot survive. Everybody starts coming from districts to the Hyderabad. Can Hyderabad survive? Impossible. In the past also such overstressed cities were there, but people have to abandon them. Number of times they have abandoned such cities because they are no more viable. So also situation is coming to such a path. Better if our leaders realize, educators realize, and the administrators realize decentralization is the only way that it can satisfy the demands of education and the needs of employment. That is possible only by allocating budget to the mandals, by allocating budget to the district headquarters. Now suppose if every district headquarters emerges like a Hyderabad city, having all the facilities of the urban facilities are created, then the possibilities of best university you can create there, best medical center you can create, medical education you can create, skills you can create. That means the needs of the entire district can be met in the district headquarters, while the educational facilities up to inter can be created in the mandal level. The needs of a village should be fulfilled only by mandals. While a villager need not come to Hyderabad to seek the help for his village water supply. It has to be tackled at them. Then in this way, see the employment potentials that you can possibly create in mandals and villages. Villages to a certain extent. Mandals will take care of lot of things, like sports fields, cultural activities, medical facility requirement, intermediate up to level of intermediate education, computer center, digital library. It is possible for the present day technology to create all the latest technologies what you have in Hyderabad or capital or anywhere in the world, you can create in a mandal. But you cannot create in village. Village cannot afford for that, but mandal can afford. So that way we have to tackle. That is the only way our employment potential is. The technology has enabled us to get the best comfort level even in villages, in the mandals, in the district headquarters. What is the need to stay in Hyderabad? What is the necessity of capital cities being overburdened to such an extent? So my dear friends, only I want to emphasize that education and employment are two different things. Education should make us a human being, a good human being, a social committed human being. That फिर एक बार बार तो पैदा नहीं होते इस धरती पे, एक ही बार पैदा होते। क्या भिखारी के ऐसा जीने के लिए पैदा हो? जो भी पैदा हो उसको तो बराबर का थोड़ा हिस्सा चाहिए, अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो देना चाहिए. He should have the opportunities and responsibilities. If it is a different thing whether he wants to take that responsibility or not, whether he wants to utilize opportunity or not. isn't it? So एटलीस्ट पैदा हुआ तो हर इंसान को मेरे जिंदगी में इंसानियत से, ईमानदारी से, if I can rise to the highest level of my living, that opportunity should be available for me in my lifetime. What is the use of trying to create a situation after 100 years people will get better facilities? Why am I not? How is it that people are eating away my comforts? How is it I am being deprived? This sort of education thinking, we have to think and question ourselves. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with the education system? How do we have to change? There is plenty of it. अभी कितने लोग हैं अपन? अपना तो स्ट्रेंथ ही पॉपुलेशन है. तो एक बात समझिए, इस धरती में पैदा होने से पहले तो ये सोच के नहीं पैदा नहीं हुए कि इस धरती को बर्बाद करना. इसे बर्बाद करने के लिए तो पैदा नहीं हुए. जब पैदा होने के बाद बर्बादी क्यों करना? हर इंसान अगर 2 पौधे fruit bearing trees, if you can plant for 5 years in your lifetime, 10 plants fruit bearing, 3rd year से fruits are. Malnutrition will be a thing for the past, and demand and paddy will reduce. Demand and paddy reduction means the water requirement for paddy is very high, that is reduced, and the water is supplied by power, the power is reduced. Then see, greenery will grow, water table will increase, and the environment will be friendly. You can create so many. How many of us are planting the trees? क्या 10 जिंदगी में 60 साल के बाद 70 साल के बाद when we look back, just we question ourselves, are we an asset to the society or a burden on the society? क्या बोल सकते हो? Just put a question yourself. Nobody did ask you. इस सोचो अपन कुछ बर्बाद करने को आए या asset है या यार बर्डन ऑन द सोसाइटी बोल के एक बार सोच लिया. काफी लोग ये पूछते हैं, पीने को पानी नहीं है, पौधों को पानी लाना, कहाँ से लाना? मैं बता रहा, सुबह उठ के तुम रेगिस्तान में भी है तो मुंह तो धोता ना ले, तो पौधों के पास ही धो ले, दैट्स सफिशिएंट, इट विल थ्राइव. तो फॉर एवरीथिंग देयर इज ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी, varieties of activities are there. So all these activities, it is possible for us to share these activities and then take it to the highest level of expertise, highest level of availability. We should achieve the greatest excellence. That is, any profession you take, reach to the highest level. That should give you a satisfaction of having lived a life which is rich and which is an example for others. Any profession you take, कुछ नहीं. बार भी हुआ ना, तो उसमें जो varieties of techniques introduce करें. So that is how we have to live. And the best thing is appreciate others. Always care for others. So इंसान में तो अपने आप से, अपने में आप में जो अपना है, and a life is also there. And this is cosmic life. Once when we are separated physically, but we are all one. Spiritually we are all one. Then why create enmity among ourselves? When I see myself in you, I will never scold you, because scolding you is scolding myself. If this is how we can live, there is peace in life, there is harmony in humanity, and there is plenty of work to help each other, and there is plenty of opportunities for us to live happily in this world. So सोचने का है, मैं तो समझता हूँ, मेरी सोच ये है, today it is the decentralization, democratization, participatory nature of people, which alone ensures creating more employment, creating meaningful education. मुझे गांव में चाहिए पानी, नहीं मैं आपको सड़क देता हूँ, ऊपर से आता हैदराबाद से सड़क बनाओ, अरे भाई मर रहा हूँ पानी चाहिए, तो वहाँ के लोग डिसाइड करके क्या चाहिए, whether they want water, roads, power generation, 1 megawatt, 8 crores. Once you set up that megawatt power generation, for years to come it will continue. Maintenance is cheaper. What one mandal requires is only 1/3 megawatt. 2/3 they can supply to the national grid. There is no shortage. Every mandal will cater to itself. This self-governance is important. Trust in people. Leave them. For their house needs, you give the budget, allocate the budget, they will manage very efficient. Like each one of us manage our houses, they can manage their villages, they can manage their mandals. Small is beautiful after all. So So let them manage. Why should our representatives hold us? अंग्रेज गए कांग्रेस आया, उससे फर्क कुछ नहीं हुआ, कुछ फर्क नहीं हुआ। क्या मतलब? लूट रहे, वो राजा थे, ये नया राजा बन गए। ये स्वतंत्र हुए मगर प्रजातंत्र नहीं आया। तो ये सब जो है एजुकेटेड मैन कैन चेंज द थिंकिंग ऑफ द पीपल एंड चेंज द थिंकिंग ऑफ द रूलर्स। वी शुड नेवर से रूलर। राजकीयम बोलना नहीं, राजकीयम बोलते ही राज्य रहेगा, राज्य बोलते ही राजा रहेगा, राजा बोलते ही रानी रहेगी, रानी रहते युवराज रहता, युवरानी रहता, फिर इनके बीच में जो है पावर चलते रहे। प्रजातंत्र में प्रजा बोलना, प्रजास्वाम्य, प्रजाकीयम करना है। प्रजा सोच अलग होना। अभी एजुकेशन शुड इन्फॉर्म, एजुकेशन शुड एनलाइटन अस टू थिंक डिफरेंट। आपके प्रॉब्लम्स के सॉल्यूशन आपके आप में, ओनली थिंग थोड़ा सोचना है। तो आई थिंक क्वाइट अ लॉट ऑफ आई हैव रिटन सो मेनी फ्रॉम द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ क्या क्या चीज़ थी, स्कल्पचर था, पेंटिंग था। In those times it was painting, sculpture, whatever, construction was there, goldsmiths were there, building, agriculture was there, horticulture was there, whatever it is, a washerman was there, fishermen were there. So everything was given a specialized attention for existence of life. So क्या चीज़ नहीं, अभी न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी IT के वजह से एक डिफरेंट सॉर्ट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट हो रहा है। तो पुराने तो काम खत्म हो गए। तो ये न्यू तरीके से जीने के लिए यही IT को जो है अपने ज़िंदगी में कैसा यूज़ करना और कैसा जो है अपन जीना, एंड हाउ आवर डे टू डे लिविंग कैन दिस IT benefit, can the technology, the skills, improved skills. So we have the technology per se has given us the advantage of creating excellence very fast. Even in village, you can now use the digital library, which gives you information, go to the doorsteps of the villages, and then you have the computer centers, you can communicate to the world and know what is happening in the rest of the world. So it enables writing, it enables the skills of thinking, it puts you across your ideas, the Twitter, Facebook, it has brought you very near to the world. So your ideas, your thought process, your works can be communicated to the world. So we must make the best use of these technologies. I think my friend will be enlightening about the skills of employability skills. With this, I once again thank all of you for having patience. Sochna, the master sochna. Kabhi bhi use your brain, original thinking. You are unique person in this world. You are as unique as anybody else in the world. So your uniqueness should be reflected. You are not trained like an animal, do the same thing again and again. No, you are a unique, think differently, live differently, cherish life and enjoy the life. Thank you one and all.